Hey man, listen up. So I'm back again. You know, most of y'all may know me, some of y'all may not. To all my new subscribers, new supporters, followers, I appreciate you. And again, for the ones who don't know, I go by the name of Rheno, for Rheno Music LLC. I have my book out, Fairly Unequal. I have another book that's about to be published within the next 30 days. It's entitled Rich Mentality Attire. And Rich Mentality. I have a clothing line and website by the name of Rich Mentality Attire. And Rich Mentality Attire basically stems from being rich in spirit, rich in the mind, and understanding that once you develop the higher faculties of your mind, that's when you'll be able to develop a higher you, a higher being of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, however, you can get my book Fairly Unequal from richmentalityattire.com. That is richmentalityattire.com. And you can also go to get my clothing from that same website. Or if you're an Amazon person, if you just trust Amazon for some reason, you can get my book from there as well. And again, be on the lookout for Rich Mentality, the book Rich Mentality. And it's a subtitle, The Strength of the Mind. So be aware for that. However, what I want to talk about, man, is basically faith. Persevering through faith. And persevering through faith, man, it could be one of them things where, like, you feel like you got no options. Like, you feel like, it's not gonna happen. You feel like, things can't get no better. Sometimes you feel like things can't get any worse. But they actually can, just as well as things can get better, and vice versa. However, the key, to stand in faith and having strong faith is, number one, keeping God first. Now, what does it mean to keep God first? My perspective and my philosophy of keeping God first is making sure you pray. It's the number one thing, man. Pray. Sometimes it may feel like, you praying to false prophet, false person, you praying to nothing, but in actuality, prayer, it does work. You definitely have to pray. That's just throwing out that spirit, and putting out that energy, so you can understand that I am talking to a higher power, somebody that is actually hearing me, and they're moving on a better time. They're not even moving on time, to be honest. They're not moving on time. They're moving off of divine power. They're moving off of divine ability, something that angelic ability, something that we won't never understand. So number one, man, pray. That's the number one thing. All right. Also, when you going through faith, when you having faith and enduring, and persevering through faith, you gotta believe. You gotta believe everything that you're doing wholeheartedly will work. It's going to work. No option for it not to work. You gotta believe that regardless of what's going on, you gonna make sure that you make it. No matter who says you can't, whether it's auntie, mama, uncle, dad, sister, brother, cousin, you gotta believe. It don't matter, because those same individuals, the same exact individuals who say that you can't make it, same individuals who say that you won't make it, the same individuals that say you ain't gonna make it, be the same ones asking you how you made it. I'm gonna say it again. The same ones who said that you won't gonna make it, the same ones who said that you can't make it, same ones that said that you ain't gonna make it, turn out to be the same ones that ask you how you made it. So we got it. Keep God first, number one, and how you keep God first is pray. And again, you gotta believe wholeheartedly in what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, like, when you going through this, it is easier said than done. And sometimes, you feel like these things are never gonna happen. Trust me, I've been there. I understand when it feel like everything you doing is not working. I feel wholeheartedly when you praying and it seems like nobody hears you. I understand wholeheartedly when you putting in your all, you putting in everything you got. Faith, faith. Now I get it. Sometimes when you putting in faith, it seems like it's imaginary. But again, science says, show me and I'll believe. However, faith says, believe and I'll show you. In other words, whenever you going through this, you got to keep fighting. You got to keep going. You got to keep moving. You got to continue persevering, because the battle that you're fighting is spiritual, and that is with the eye, the naked eye cannot see. This is not a flesh war. This is a spiritual war. So you got higher powers fighting for you. You got divine powers fighting for you. But you also got to fight for yourself. Fourth thing, prayer and faith without works is dead. It is deceased. It is unmoved. You will not prosper if you just praying, and you got faith and you believing. You're doing all those three things, which is correct. You know, it is imperative. But if you're not working, if you're not putting that work behind it, if you're not meeting God halfway, if you're not putting forth effort, then it's never going to happen. So again, you got to put God first. You got to believe. You got to pray. You got to have that faith, and you got to put work behind that faith. And if you believe it, you can achieve it. And you got to continue to keep going. Again, man, when you're going through these type of situations, you need somebody to tell you that it's okay. Sometimes you're not going to have that person to tell you that's okay. But guess what? You got to keep moving. Sometimes you will have that person tell you that it's okay. But guess what? You still got to keep moving, because life is only for the strong, and the strong are the only ones who survive. So when you're going through this, keep your F-A-I-T-H. I'm sorry, 5-letter word. You got to keep your 5-letter word. Faith. Continue to keep your faith, and nobody can stop you. You know, write down your goals. Write down your visions. Pray and put work behind what you praying for, what you praying about. Because everything that you have in your mind, you can definitely put out into the physical world. But you must first use your faith, and you must first believe. Believe yourself. A lot of people do not believe that they can make it. A lot of people do not believe that they have what it takes to sustain and reach and acquire an enormous amount of success in any of their endeavors. They don't think that they can do it. Some people feel that they can do it, but they don't believe. Some people believe that they can do it, but they don't have faith. Some people have faith, but they're not praying. Some people are praying, but they're not putting work behind it. But you got to conjoin all that together, make it consolidated, and understand that everything that you're doing in life, the place that you have destined for you, is only a part of your story. It is events that leads up into your destination, and you will make it. But you got to believe that you're going to make it. This is the Hub of Wealth in Mind, so keep a rich mentality. Rheno Music LLC. Bah! And remember, get my book on Amazon, or you can go to my website, richmentalityattire.com, and you can purchase my book. You can also be on the lookout for my next book that's yet to be here. It's entitled Rich Mentality. It's going to be on Amazon, and it's also going to be on my website as well. So be aware. And again, much success to you guys, and I promise you, you will make it. See you.